Day 66. Good evening, my friends, and welcome to the next episode of Blueprince. Last time out, we've unlocked a satellite dish, and that's going to enable us to go and read new emails and maybe send emails. I don't know, like the implication was kind of a little bit strange. Well, actually, let's have a look at the exact. Let's have a look at the thing. So we can now do new experiments in the laboratory, okay, and new staff announcements will no longer be blocked. Oh, that actually says something slightly different to what it said before. So we need to go and check some email inboxes. So that's security, office, shelter, etc., etc. We've still got the foundation in the outer hall, so nothing's doing with that one. 55 stars, still sort of racking those up over time. However, the big one from last week is the throne room. We have the throne room in our draft pool now, which when we draft is going to complete our room directory. That's going to unlock our final trophy. Not our final trophy, but our 8th trophy, so we can get the blue 10th. So that's going to be available to us. If we can find a way to get the tomb, we're looking for the key to Clara's diary. And yeah, that probably pretty much is like... Chances are the throne room's going to contain the black chess piece that we've been looking for this whole time. So yeah, there's things we can do. There's things we can do. Let's go check it out. Master Simon, imagine my surprise upon arriving at the estate this morning only to discover a second foundation so casually situated among the trees and chirping crickets of the west grounds. Now, I may have never professed to be a skilled draftsman, and maybe this is not as unintended a mistake as it appears. There is a chance that this redundant room is part of some greater strategy I cannot fathom, or perhaps more likely, morbid curiosity simply got the better of you. However, should that curiosity wane, and you come to regret your recent decision, this can of repellent will certainly prove useful. Anne Babbage, house manager. Thanks, Anne. That's actually going to be, like, super handy. Right. Pick up our allowance. Let's go spray the foundation. Okay. So, tomb, shelter, available soon. Getting the... We do also want to get the blessing of the monk again at some point so that we can get that box, which we now have available because we have the key. Let's just press X. Okay. The foundation has been removed from the draft pool for 1 week. Oh, I hope that's not going to remove the foundation in the main house as well. I'll be a little bit sad if that one gets moved. Okay. For now, though, let's just draft it up and we'll see. Right, throne room is what we're looking for primarily. That is mostly what we're looking for. Library, nook, utility closet. None of these are going to get us out to the corner. Nook is a good starting point to start us off with a couple of keys. Let's see if we can work our way out to this corner here. Commissary is a good one to start with. Pool hall points in the wrong direction. Like, otherwise we would probably take it, but go on. Salt shaker, shovel, sleeping mask, metal detector. Sleeping mask means that we don't really need to worry about our steps so much, which is quite nice. Salt shaker's like incredibly marginal, to be honest. Wow. Okay, if we take pool, we are going to be... We don't have the sledgehammer. If we take pool, we're going to be out of gems very early. But patio and coat check here are pretty sad looking. We're not going to use our... Oh, excellent. Extra key. Lovely. I think parlour for the gems is going to be a bit of a necessity there. Alright, what do we have today? The blue box contains gems. All statements that contain more than one B are true. The letter B appears twice on the box that contains the gems. Now, once again, we kind of have to work on the whole, are the blue B's counted in themselves, right? Because the letter B appears twice on this box. The letter B is twice on that box. All statements that contain more than one B are true. Well, for that, if that were true, then both of these are true, right? Assuming that that B counts on this box. So this one must be false. That one must be false, question mark. The letter B appears twice on the box that contains the gems. Okay, that could be, if that's false, then they must be in the white box. The blue box contains gems. If that were true, then that is true. And we know that that's false. If that were false, and the gems are in there, that could be true. So I don't think that B can count itself, right? Because here's the thing. If that B counts itself such that that has two B's on it, this statement must be false, right? Which means one of these two must be true and one of these must be false. So if that's true and that's true, then that would be true. So this one must be false and that one's true. So the gems must be in the black box. Bulletproof. The 100% streak continues. Do I open those now on the basis that chests will often have keys in them? Yeah, I think maybe we go for it. Ooh, that's a lot of gems. Go on then. We're going to be gem-rich, key poor. Potentially. Compass is nice. And a treasure map. Okay, we're quite far away from that. Drawing room, library, corridor. Drawing room's good. Something which could get us keys would be quite nice. I mean, garage is certainly an option, given that we have this exit over here, and yeah, we get keys from the garage. So, like, why not, right? There they are. Good. And a dig site. Lovely. Okay then. Here we go. Oh, I just realised. Did we reset the rarity of the laundry? I don't remember if we did. Right, the laboratory is going to give us access to an email inbox and some new experiments. So let's check it out. Emails first. Press enter to view available data packets. So one data packet is currently available. Data packet source, Synca Labs, Advanced Experiments, a collection of lab experiments designed for experienced technicians. 8 new experimental triggers, 8 new experimental effects. So we've got lower reservoir, stock your pantry, unseal one of the antechamber doors, that's nice. Permanently increase your lock-picking skill. That's a weird reference. Gain a random item and set your keys to 0. Remove a crate from the tunnel. Okay, fine. Gain a key for each 30 steps you have, lose half your steps and gain 4 ivory die. And then, it's each time you draft an upgraded floor plan, each time you access a different terminal today, the first time you enter each room on rank 9, for each room you draft in the next 40 seconds, for each room with a fireplace you draft, the next 10 times you view your map, lose 10 steps, and then... that's a bit of a streamer trap. Each time you pull a different antechamber lever, and each time you draft a tomorrow room. Mind you, speaking of streamer traps, I found out, not very recently, like a long while ago, actually, someone mentioned this on the Discord, that the game changes the draft probability of certain rooms depending on how quickly you draft your first room on day 1. And this is obviously for people who are going for the day 1 achievement, right? If you launch straight in there and pick a room to draft quickly, the game goes, this is an experienced player. But if you sit there making an introduction for 5 minutes, so we must remember, if we ever do dare mode or curse mode, we've got to get in there and draft a room quick rather than sit there waxing lyrical on an introduction. Okay, great. Yep, hit escape. So nothing else? No new staff announcements? Oh, we got loads. We got loads. Okay, let's have a read. Hey Simon, how was your first day on the estate? Hopefully you're not having too much trouble drafting rooms, as it can be a bit overwhelming. I'm normally in charge of drafting the rooms for the day each morning, so I know how it goes. From Anne. Now, I don't think anyone else has access to this network this month except you, Simon, so if you're reading this, just know we're all rooting for you. Like, we already heard that. Just to let everyone know, the estate has been cut off from outside communications, Sinclair instructions, so I don't think Simon's going to be seeing anything posted here for the time being. That's from Randolph. Then November 10th, now you tell me, and I'm guessing that means the electronic mail accounts are disabled as well. Oh, now you tell me, says Anne. Thursday, yes, he should only be able to access data currently on the system, so if he does figure out the network password, he should be able to read any emails that were on the system on November 6th, as that is when satellite communications were shut down. November 22nd, I'm getting anxious. Does anyone have any updates on Simon's progress? Well, by the 22nd... No, wait, hang on. What day did we actually... We did it on day 16, right? November 8th was our first day, or November 7th? So, yeah, like November 24th, 23rd, 24th, something like that. November 23rd, no real word in his progress yet, and it's very hard to say without access to the network from here. I'm monitoring a few things from the officers in Synca, but it doesn't really paint a picture of what's happening over there. Your guess is as good as mine. Then on December 6th, it's been a month now. Does anyone know when we're expected to return to work? I know we don't have much information at this time about what's happening on the estate, but my sister is planning a trip in a week. It'd be nice to know if this indefinite leave has any expected end date. Thanks, Bridget. Okay, so Bridget was a real person, not just a clue. December 7th. Hey Bridget, thanks for checking in. It's a bit complicated, but the short answer is no. We don't really know when we'll be going back to work, so by all means take that trip and have fun. These indefinite furloughs only happen once in a career. Anne. On the 9th, yes, I'd like to add that even if Simon has found room 46, which we had by that point, he will very likely want some additional time alone on the estate to adjust before he summons us back to resume work. If I were placing bets, I'd say it's going to be at least another month, maybe longer. Then on the Christmas day, Merry Christmas, Simon, or as her ladyship used to call your mother, Merry Christmas. We wanted to let you know that we've left some presents for you in the boudoir today. Hopefully next year we'll be able to celebrate this day together. Your friends in faithful service. I'm assuming we missed that. January 1st. Farewell 1993, hello 1994. The future's looking up and we're all looking forward to getting back to work. Happy New Year, Simon. Then on January 10th, a few nights ago, I saw Florialus in the sky, which is incredibly auspicious since tomorrow marks the beginning of Morajai's winter harvest and the celebration of the third paragon, Raina. The farmers of Morajai always refer to the angels by their natural order, a preference Herbert adopted in his final years after his trip there. Wow, that's a pretty good clue, isn't it? January 11th. Land sakes alive. I'll be blowed. I have absolutely no idea how he's done it, but it appears Simon has somehow re-established satellite connection from the estate, assuming this isn't a glitch. Either way, now that we have a connection again, I'll be able to check network activity logs and find out what happened. Excellent. As of November 4th, all work has been suspended, all domestic staff have been placed on extended paid leave in accordance with the instructions. See Mrs. Babbage for more detail. Tell staff to return to services, more like. Right, let's run an experiment. So, what do we want? Permanently increase your lockpicking skill? I always prefer a permanent upgrade, right? Every bedroom I draft after the second. Yeah. Tomorrow rooms, there aren't very many of those, and apples are very, yeah. So every time we do a bedroom after the second, we are going to increase our lockpicking skills. Let's go with it. So now, packet management. You may use this tool to create your own custom packet of experiments, mixing and matching from all available experimental triggers and effects. Select 8 or more experimental triggers. Huh? Okay. So let's say each room with a fireplace, next 40 seconds. Each time you pull a different antechamber lever. That's maybe... trash whilst digging is great. Each bedroom you draft. Unlock or bypass a security drawer. Draft a shop room. Oh, we need one more. The next 3 times you unlock a chest. Next, select 8 or more experimental effects. So gain a star, remove a crate, unseal an antechamber door, maybe. Permanently increase lockpicking skill. Stock your pantry with fruit. Permanently add a goal to your allowance. Set your steps to 40 is pretty great. Add a small chest to the entrance hall. Pretty great. Set your dice to 2 is a pretty good one. Okay. Custom experiment packet successfully created. So does that basically just exclude the ones that aren't in the packet? I don't know. Okay, right. Well, we're getting an increase if we get our skills up with regards to drafting bedrooms. We're getting our lockpicking skills increased based on bedrooms. Do I want to do the pool hall? Gets closer to that trophy as well. I mean, it's probably less important now that all we need is the all we need is to draft the throne room, however that happens, you know. Something that gets us back out onto the wing would be good. Passageway is a pretty good pick there. Yeah, alright. Treasure trove. I like it. If we can get showroom, this is going to be looking pretty nice. Do we want to use a key for this box? I kind of get the impression that this box is mostly getting you... Blue boxes marked by flames contain false statements. Like, kind of getting the impression that most of these, the clues from these boxes, are broadly to point you in the direction of eventually to point you in the direction of getting this room outside. Okay, so now we can head north. Boudoir, chapel, gift shop. Ah, 1 trophy short still. 1 trophy short. There's not really any reason to not take the gift shop here, right? If we want to continue up this side of the house. There's nothing else. No. Who knows how much those blue tents are going to cost, incidentally. Oh, we don't have any green rooms. Oh, how awkward. How awkward. Should we just do breaker box? Breaker box lets us kind of go back to the garage, and it's not really going to save that many steps, to be honest. And we've not drafted dark room yet, so maybe just patio is the better option because it's got the dig spots. Oh, and it's going to give us a gem back. That's nice. Oh, does it spread gems to itself? Maybe. Maybe. Okay, something that hooks to the left would be good. Oh, running out of keys swiftly. Office is nice. Pool hall's in the right place this time, though. So, let's take pool hall. 18. We've got 1/3 of 1 times 3. No, it's 1, not 3. Okay, now we've got a third of 15, which is 5, except it's -5, right? But you're going to square that to make 25, and then -20, which gives you 5, and you're going to divide that by 5, that gives you 1. Really? Wait, hang on, what? Sorry, minus 5 over 3 minus 10 over 3, right, is -5. Oh, wait, yeah. So -5, square that is 25. Then we're going to -20, which is 5, square that again. Oh, I missed the second square, didn't I? So that's 25 again. Then you're going to divide it by 5, so that is 5. So, this is 1 minus 1, right? Okay. So that's 0. Multiply that by 20, add 1/3 of 18, it's going to be a 6. Okay. The thing I'm really confused about, right, is still, we're not touched security. There are supposed to be security doors on the west wing. Haven't seen any of them. Dining room would be pretty nice there. On the other hand, observatory would also be pretty good. Yeah, let's take our observatory benefit. There's plenty of time to find dining halls still. We've got 49 steps still. So, 2 chests in the entrance hall, and we get our diamond back. Lovely. 56 is what we've got now. Do we want walk-in closet or do we want bedroom? Means we're not getting up here, unfortunately. Not unless we redraw. I think we take the walk-in closet and we take the items. So, what do we get? We get a key, we get a tasty cupcake, a gem, and a coupon book. We often get the coupon book from this room. For us, it is one of the most useless items. Okay, from the gift shop, I'm reasonably happy to pick a dead end, but it does not have to be, certainly. Okay, well, all of these are going to be dead ends, but we'll take Clock Tower. This gives us 1 key for tomorrow, but there is a possibility that we will get more of them. The music's really kicked off from that walk-in closet, hasn't it? Couple of coins. Blah. That was not worth the steps I used to climb to the top of that. Still just looking for the throne room, ultimately. Do you reckon there's like a... There might be some kind of hidden rule about like where the throne room can spawn, though, to be honest. Like, it's not just going to be a random spot on the thing, is it? Aquarium's a pretty good pick there. Right, I get my sleep mask. It works towards my bedroom count. I'm tempted to do... do you know what? Boiler room. Boiler room money laundering? Shall we go for it? Yeah, go on. Let's try and launder some money. Okay, we've got 1 exit that's good, and it's that exit, that side. Here's a question. If you leave this room in that state, I suppose you can't draft this room from that door, right? It effectively makes this room an L-shaped room, but if you want the exit on a particular side, it needs to come from a particular direction. Okay. Well, dark room gives us 2 opportunities, but we're going in the blind. Or we redraw, hoping to find a thing, hoping to find the... Come on, redraw. I want the money laundering. Not very nice, but okay. Oh no! That's not what I want to see at all. Oh! Ah! Come on then, start digging. Hopefully gems rather than gold for this one. Man, so much money, but like nothing to do with it. Okay, guess we'll go out the aquarium. Locksmith wouldn't go amiss either. Secret passage? Yeah, secret passage. We are gonna need to pull... We got no gems, though. Let's take Green Thumb and let's hope for a courtyard. Yeah. The restrictions will be bypassed if we can't afford any of them. Yep, courtyard's nice. Good. Ooh, and a sledgehammer. That'll be helpful. Old coin. Okay. The draft itself is going very well. There is going to be power coming in, but those can't be powered. I don't really want that to be a dead end there, because then we're in real trouble though, so it's going to be the dining room. I wonder if that would count as unlocking or bypassing a security door. Take our lunchbox. Oh, and do you know what? The fish, I believe we already have the aquarium, yes? So we might as well have dinner. Probably shouldn't have done that in case we wanted to pull Wait's room. 'Cause, yeah, that could cause us problems now. Laundry room comes one spot too late. We'll take pump room. Another security door. So both security doors have actually been on the other side of the property there. We need to find security and a utility closet. Should we go all the way back to the entrance hall now? Yeah, come on. With 86 steps. Bear in mind that we now have the sledgehammer. We can start by knocking the lock off. Oh, lovely. Oh, of course, we've been spreading keys throughout the house, so... No, there is no exit that way. Okay, knock these locks off. Couple more keys, lovely. Could do with a key card though, not gonna lie. More tomorrow rooms would also be quite nice. Let's get out to the corner. Okay, we'll take dark room and we'll trip it. Because if we find utility cupboard, we'll probably take it. Always fine. You can get key cards in those. You can get key cards in those. So this can be a dead end because we have the other exit from the den. Let's take the quest bedroom because that increases our bedroom count. Right, now any other bedrooms we draft count as successful experiments for us. Yes, utility closet here will let us turn the lights back on in the dark room. So, keycard entry system though, we want to keep on, right? Unless we find security, which would be very handy. Hang on. Yeah, there's often an item there. Library? Bedroom gives us more steps and it improves our lockpicking skill. Don't hate it. Conservatory would be better though. Classroom, storeroom, sauna. Boudoir. Your skill in picking locks has improved. It's going to be like, you know, some kind of really, really marginal increase. Corridor avoids us a dead end there. Oh man. Sauna bedroom east wing. Like we really need security more than anything else. Let's take bedroom. Right, improves our lock picking slightly more still. Pantry stops us hitting a dead end. Okay, it actually doesn't matter if we take dead ends now. We've got 3 rooms that are available for us. Mechanarium, kitchen. How many? We've got closet, boiler. Right, Mechanarium gives us access to both directions here. So, probably the best option. Now, what is it we need? We really need security. Well, security can go into either of those rooms. And when it comes to our last pick, we'll roll our dice as needed, right? Okay, so we can pull one of those. We get a silver key. I don't think we'd want to use the silver key, to be honest. Ah, security. Perfect. Well, that's exactly what we want. Something's beeping at me. Ah, there it is. So we'll need to go back to the utility cupboard. Oh, actually, sorry, change that to high. And then offline mode is going to be unlocked. Confirm, confirm. Is there anything we particularly want to request from the commissary whilst we're here? Is there anything we particularly want to request from the commissary? I'm not sure. It's always handy when they stock a shovel, I suppose. But I don't think it's particularly necessary, and I don't know how it interacts with other things that then happen. Right, we need to go back to the utility cupboard. And then we'll draft that final room there. Still working on finding that throne room, though. Right, turn keycard entry system off. Now, we have access to emails and so forth again. So it's entirely possible that the throne room won't appear unless some kind of drafting condition is met, and it's entirely possible that the hint for that drafting condition might come via email. Sauna is basically ideal. It's a tomorrow room, gives us an extra key, gives us 20 extra steps tomorrow. Perfect. Yep, let's take it. Is there anything in here? A hot gem. Hot gem. Okay. Like, yeah, not a huge number of. Now we've opened that antechamber door for all the good that gives us, of course. But yeah, we'll just have to see, right? Archives, weight room. Weight room loses half our steps, but we really don't need very many steps from here on in. And weight room gives us an antechamber lever to pull, which will marginally increase our allowance if we get to it. So let's go this one first. That's a bit of a shame, right? So, yes, casino gives us our games of chance. Like, probably a good shout. It does cut off the rest of that corner, though, which is a little bit of a shame. But, might as well take it, right? If we're hunting down permanent upgrades, wager 100. We have still never won on the 100 gold spin. Never. Boo! Boo earns. Okay, something that gets us into the antechamber would now be nice. Silver key gives us rooms with many doors. Sure, why not? I'll take a hallway. Great hall. Or a vestibule. What do I want? Great hall or vestibule? I mean, vestibule I think is fine. Yeah. There's a couple of dig spots in there, but I don't think we really need anything out of the foundation, to be honest. Let's take our allowance token. And then really, we've got 2 more doors to draft. If we get a planetarium, we'd take it. Locksmith conference room. We'll take a conference room. That gets us back out to the corner again. So we get the redraws. What do we find? Do we take planetarium or do we hold out for, like, conservatory? An extra 2 stars? Like, just bonus 2 stars? Like, there's no chance we can open the other door to the antechamber. Oh, maybe we should have taken Great Hall, because then we would have been able to, wouldn't we? Hang on, wait. Is Great Hall the right-hand one? Oh yeah, Great Hall is the right-hand one. Ah, shoot. So no, actually, we shouldn't have taken Vestibule. We should have taken Great Hall. That was marginally better. I think we just take Planetarium and just get 2 bonus stars for today. Does that even make sense? Or should we just redraw? Right? Like, come on. Throne room. We're looking for throne room. That's what we want. Mail room. Conservatory is in there. Freezer is fine. But nah, I think we've got to redraw to try and find throne room at least, and we're not going to find it. So, go on. 2 dice. Last dice. Nah, that's fine. That's fine. That is what it is, right? That is what it is. We're not going to use stars. We just turn down the ability to gain 2 extra stars. We're not going to spend stars on something which is just incredibly frivolous. Maybe we should have stopped at planetarium. Maybe we should have stopped at freezer. Maybe we should have just stopped at mailroom. Who can say? But, my friends, that is going to be the end of today's draft and today's episode. So, we've got some new emails. We found out some information about Morajai and the name of another one of those deities. The foundation is going to be removed from the outside room tomorrow. Is it going to be removed from the inside room as well? Oh, I rather hope not. If we can find the throne room, I'm sure we find the final sanctum key. We're just sort of waiting. We're just sort of waiting for the game to give us what we need there. Okay? So, that's going to be the end of today's draft. That's going to be the end of today's episode. We're going to be calling it a day in the study right here. My friends, this was Blueprince. It was episode day 66. It was the Clockwork Shopping Centre. 4 shop rooms, unfortunately no showroom, no moon pendant for us. 6 mechanical rooms, 42 rooms, rank 9 reached, 96 steps, 9 items found. A pretty smooth draft overall. Wish I had won big at the casino. If you enjoyed this episode and you're enjoying this series of Blueprints, do hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I will see you next time. Bye for now.